guys, it's me, Mama Sue, and you have found your way to my little channel, Glam Goat Basin Farm. Foxy is just not wanting to stay over there. I don't know, there's something wrong with this thing. It's just not built right. It does not want to sit up. It's constantly face splat. Anyways, that was fun. Today we're going to use an avocado hydrating mask from Lurella. That's a brand that really it does not get spoken about enough. Whilst their eyeshadows are, you know, inexpensive and really decent quality. What I really enjoy about Lurella is their other products. They have mirrors and brushes. Their brushes are really excellent. Just seriously, they do not get enough recognition. So if you get a chance, go to Lurella.com. This is not sponsored in any way. I just like Lurella. And check them out. And we're going to be back, mask on, with a bit of the Bible. Okay, so my lighting, I've tried, like, unless I hold it right here, it's just not. So we're just gonna deal with it. Anyways, King James Version, my Bible. I was gifted this Bible when I passed confirmation in the Lutheran church that I was raised in. A little country church in the Midwest. In Lutheran, that's a lot of German right there. So yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's read the last. We're on 27, right? Okay, let's read the last of 26, the last verse. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold, and their books, their hooks, shall be of gold, and thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them. Chapter 27. So we just learned how everything that was needed, the measurements, everything to build the ark for the covenant, and also the tabernacle in which the ark was to reside. And you could go and I do believe you were supposed to enter the covenant and speak with the Lord. Chapter 27. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. A cubit was a measurement. The shittim wood is a wood that no longer exists. It's gone. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horns shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. Okay, I don't understand what, when they say horns, possibly handles they could be speaking of. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans, and all the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. So there was to be, you know, sacrifices made in here. Offerings. We don't call them sacrifices because, you know, we're civilized. We call them offerings. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's the same thing. Thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass, and upon the net thou shalt make 4 brazen rings in the corners thereof. And thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar beneath, and the net may be even to the midst of the altar. This is pretty detailed. Thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. A stave, I believe, is like just a long pole. And the staves shall be put unto the rings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. Okay, that makes sense. So you're gonna, you know, one guy in the front, one guy in the back. So this was to be movable. It was definitely to be mobile. Hollow with boards shalt thou make it, as it was shewed thee, as it was shown to thee in the mountain, so shall thou make it. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle. For the south side southward there shall be hangings for the court of fine twisted linen of 100 cubits long for one side, and the 20 pillars thereof and their 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. So I'm not sure if we're like, is this still something mobile? Likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and his 20 pillars and their 20 sockets of brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the breadth of the court, I mean, a court to me is, it makes me think of like a yard. So this is a yard in which we are going to set the tabernacle. For the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubit, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. And the breadth of the court on the east side, eastward, shall be 50 cubits. The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, their pillars 3, their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. So everything is, you know, kind of evenly adjusted here. So the gate of the court shall be a hanging of 20 cubits of blue, purple, and scarlet, and of fine twined linen wrought with needlework, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. Okay, so these colors, blue, purple, and scarlet, scarlet being a very deep red. These shades have been mentioned before. Scarlet and blue would be primary colors. So, and actually you mix the two together and they become purple. But, so basically we're using 2 of the primary colors. The only other, we only have 3 primary colors. The only other one being red. I don't know if that is, I don't know. We keep mentioning these colors. What's wrong with yellow? Okay. All of the pillars round about the court shall be filleted with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and their sockets of brass. Okay, so silver, silver's a pretty soft metal. So in order for silver to hold something, like to be a hook, that linen has got to be pretty darn fine. It's got to be pretty lightweight. All of the vessels of the tabernacle, and all of the service thereof, and all of the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. Okay, brass, I believe, I would have to look this up, but brass is made of a combination of gold and silver, and possibly something else, but I'm pretty sure at least gold and silver. And what it does is it gives you this pretty brass finish, but you end up with a metal that is not as soft as gold or silver, because gold and silver are both really, really soft. Yeah, easy to bend. Even copper. It might be copper is mixed in this. Copper is also easy to blend. And copper is a really good conduit for electricity. So I'm not seeing anything about copper. Maybe it just wasn't available where they're at. I don't know. But thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring thee pure olive oil, beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always. So, really good olive oil. Very pure. In the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony. Let me go back. In the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute, not a statue, a statute, forever unto their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. So this is basically like in my eye, what I'm gathering is the tabernacle is like a small portable temple. The court is not portable. The court is where you would keep the tabernacle. But if for whatever reason, because the tabernacle holds the ark, which contains the covenant from God, you would be able to transport it. It would not be a stationary. So next week, 28. I would really love it. Nobody ever does. So I kind of get the feeling sometimes that people aren't actually listening, and that's okay, because I need to take this journey with or without you, but I would really rather take it with you. This mask is so nice. So nice. Anyways, would love to hear your thoughts about the Ark of the Covenant. What do you think it is? The tabernacle, what do you think it is? And the court. Because it seems like all three of these things are very specific in what they're made of, how they're made, the measurements, very specific. And also the scarlet, the blue, and the purple. And why, maybe the earth produced a way to make a scarlet and a blue dye, which if you could make scarlet and blue, you could make purple, and there just wasn't any way to make anything with yellow where they were at. That's a possibility, because obviously God would know that, because God made it. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Really, absolutely no drama. I know that this is, ooh, religious, ooh, Christian, but you're free to comment here as long as it's not, you know, nasty or you know, sacrilegious, basically. But, you know, people are curious, especially people that are not Christians are curious, and I would love, not that I'm right, but it's good to have discussion, you know, adult discussion. So I would love to hear what your thoughts are and what questions you might have. Comment below. If you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. Monday morning, we do our little Bible reading. You know, it's a little journey. And Wednesday, I do What's Up Wednesday. I usually have something going up on Friday. I do, you know, generally do a little collab with the Beauty Ninjas. Most of the time, sometimes not. Just kind of depends. And, you know, I do makeup, I do nails, and I do God. Skincare and God. What more could you want? So I would be so excited. We need, I think we're at $4.99. So help me get to that 500. Share it out, you know. And if you wouldn't mind saying a little prayer. I know there are more important things to pray about, you know, so as an afterthought, if you could throw in a little prayer for my channel, that would be awesome. I would love for these videos to reach people that may or need to hear the word. And until the next time, I hope you wake up dancing. Wake up dancing, ba-boom, boom. Wake up dancing every single day. Bye-bye, and God bless you.